Hey guys, I'm Abby.
And I'm Ericka.
And today we're going to do a little life lesson video. And we're going to tell you guys 19 lessons that we have learned in the year 2019. Okay, so I want to say the first lesson that I learned was to try something new, but don't feel like you have to stick with it. So I feel like there's always so much negativity around quitting something, and yeah, you should try to stick with stuff that you do, at least see it through to a good stopping point, but the whole point of life is to try new things, and if you stick with everything you try, you're gonna literally never be able to try new things because you can't do everything.
You're your own person, like you know what
you
want.
Right.
So if
you know if you don't like it.
So
yeah. So don't feel pressured to stick with stuff, try new things, but you don't have to stick with everything you try.
Going along with that, one thing I learned was do what makes you happy. If people expect you to do something but you don't want to, you don't have to. Do whatever makes you happy and whatever is like best for you because you only know yourself.
Okay, so another one that I thought of was appreciating the journey. I say I learned this lesson, but I don't really live by this lesson. But basically in college, it's literally one big journey, and most of the time it sucks, but you have to appreciate the journey because even the worst parts of college, like the bad friends I made, the fact I hated my major, I still can see how every single thing I did like made me better or made me realize things I never realized. So you just have to appreciate the journey because it's about the journey, not the destination.
Really, I put be patient because things will work out, because like I just told you guys, I got the RA position. Like I was so like mad that I wasted like 8 weeks of my time doing a class and applying and all this stuff, but I still in the end got something out of it. And so I just kind of like, it was just like, yes, it might suck, but if you wait, good things can come from a bunch of stuff.
And so that goes with one I have that is, just because something didn't work out the way you thought it should or would doesn't mean it won't happen, which is literally the RA thing. Like, yeah. She wanted to do these classes and become an RA for this full year, and that didn't happen. But somehow, some way, she still became an RA, just a different way in a different time.
One thing I said was work hard for what you want. So this was kind of like something I had to learn throughout the semester, because like anatomy was just really hard and I went into it and I didn't do good on like the first like 3 assignments where I already had like an F in the class. Basically had the mentality of this is unfair and like all this stuff. I probably got out what I put in, so like that's the important part.
That literally goes perfectly with my next one. That was don't get stuck in your ways. And my calc professor talked about this last year, and it really resonated with me because I was like, wow, like, he should have just at me. But basically, when you're doing something and it's not working, you can't keep doing it that way. And that's basically what he told us. He's like, you guys all didn't really study in high school, right? And like, none of us did. He's like, okay, well, you have to study now. Or like, if you're studying, say you study 40 hours for a test and you still fail it, okay, you can't study that way next time because clearly that's not an effective way to study. And so that literally goes along with that. Is kids get to college and they're like, oh, it's too hard. No, you just have to change your ways. Like, you can't get stuck in your ways. Because if it's not working now, it's not going to start working.
One I put for fun was that TikToks are fun. Because we love TikToks, but like, I know I was being a hater for like a long time because my one friend would send me TikToks and I'd be like, stop, I don't want to watch these, because like, some, like, TikToks were cringy at the beginning, I think. But now it's a lot more, like, Vine, but, like, you can do fun dances and stuff like that. So,
well, since she brought up TikTok, one of the lessons I learned this year was that I've always just listened when people told me what I wasn't good at or, like, wouldn't be good at instead of trying it. So, basically, you guys can watch the TikToks and decide for yourself. But everybody in my life that sees my TikToks, because I post them on, like, my spam and stuff on Instagram, are like, shoot, like, you actually don't, like, have zero rhythm. And I'm like, right, I don't. But I never tried to dance, and, like, my mom is the most shook about it, because she's like, you never danced, like, all this crap. And I'm like, yeah, I never tried, because you all told me, like, A, that white girls don't have rhythm, and B, that I specifically didn't have rhythm, so I just believed it, and I literally never tried to dance. Like, if there was dancing happening, I was just in the corner. So, I mean, TikTok dances aren't like I'm not a ballroom dancer. I'm not a ballerina, but like I can jump around to a beat, and yeah, people are really shook about that. So. It is fun, and people are just so shook about it. And I realized they're shook about it because I never tried, because they told me before I tried that I couldn't do it.
This one's real shade. Don't be friends with people who only care about themselves. Actually, when your friends aren't there for you, when your friends don't care about you, that they're not friends. So,
right.
Just like don't keep these negative people in your life who don't care about you because they're unnecessary.
That goes to when I have that it's okay to admit that you were wrong about somebody. So, obviously, people don't always show their true selves when you first meet them, and so you can think somebody's one way, and then when you get to know them, they're not. Don't be so stubborn that you are, like, acting like this is just a phase, or, like, no, they're actually a really good person. They're not. You know they're not. So it's okay to be wrong sometimes, and it's okay to admit you're wrong, so don't stay in a toxic situation, because it's okay. Like, people can fake you out.
Yeah. Something I learned this year, that it's important to, like, hang out with your family and, like, be close to your family, because, like, I feel like I went through, like, a little edgy phase where, like, I just, like, was just trying to, like, be my own person, and, like, obviously I moved to Cincinnati, so, like, I was distant, whatever, but, like, it's really important to, like, keep family and, like, people who care about you close to you, because they care about you.
I said, this kind of goes with what I've already said, but I said to make every moment count, and that's kind of like appreciating the journey, but I feel like it is so easy to get set on, like, the destination or whatever, that what you're doing right now seems unimportant, because you're like, no, this is just to get me to the next step, and, like, it is to get you to the next step, but what you're doing right now counts for stuff, too. Like, it's not, you're not just doing undergrad so that you can get a master's, because obviously that is a requirement. But it's also bettering you now, and you're learning stuff now, and there's just more. I think we just see stuff as steps to a final destination when there's actually moments right now that you should be making count. And if you're not making them count, that's why you feel like it's just a step in the process. But you could make it actually a part of it.
True. I struggle with that. My cousin is always like, you need to, like, stop, because I always just, like, think about the future and don't.
You do. It's true.
It's bad. One thing is that I learned is that it's important to try to step outside of your comfort zone, because, like, I am, like, low-key, like, a shy person, and, like, I don't like to do a lot of things, but certain stuff, it'll make you a better person, or it's better if you try to step out and try new things and do something different, like start a whole YouTube channel.
One that I have is that you should develop good habits. All we ever talk about in life is breaking bad habits, not having bad habits, but life's not just about accidentally getting a bad habit and stopping the bad habit. You can also make good habits for yourself, like eating healthy, exercising regularly.
It's important to try to stay off your phone, because I feel like a lot of us struggle with that. Yes, your phone can be entertaining and fun and good, which I don't think it's bad to be on your phone, but also, like, certain times, like, there's people right in front of you trying to talk to you and you're on your phone, because I do that, yeah. And it's kind of like you need to be more in the moment and not just, like, on your phone.
Okay, so another lesson that I learned was that if you, like, need help, you should ask for help, or, like, if you're not okay, say you're not okay, because odds are the people around you are, like, in the same boat, which sounds a little crazy. That kind of sounds like what they tell you in, like, middle school. Like, if you have a question, ask it, because someone else probably has it too. But it's actually facts. Like, most of the time, people around you are struggling too, and you don't know it because none of you say it. But struggle together with your friends.
Another important thing that I learned is that, like, it's important to, well, first, to be there for people who aren't okay, and to not be, like, judgmental of people, because you don't know what they're going through or what's happening. So, like,
Facts. Just be nice.
Just be nice to people, and don't judge what they're doing or in a situation or something, because you really don't know, like, what's going on with them. So
it's true. I just want to say, give people or situations second chances, but don't necessarily expect a new outcome. So basically, I saw this on some kind of social media, but it was like same people, plus same situation equals same outcome. And honestly, that kind of goes back to like my studying thing too. Like, if you don't change, they don't change, situation doesn't change. The other side of the equation can't change. Like, it's going to, the exact same thing is going to happen, which literally happened to me in several situations with several different people this year. And I just continued to learn that, like, if it didn't work the first time, it's not going to magically work now if nothing about it changed.
You have all the advice you need for 2020 now.
I'm literally so excited for 2020. This is my year. Y'all don't know it yet. I don't know
about to
why,
pop off.
but it's our year. This is the year the channel takes off. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys got something from this or related in some way.
So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And subscribe. And subscribe. And share it to your friends. And happy 2020, everyone.
And if you think there was tea in here about you, you're probably correct. We did it.